welcome back to my channel and thanks for coming back. As you can probably see from the thumbnail in the video today, I wanted to talk about starting up and opening a new Etsy shop. I plan on having a couple of new sticker designs and just exploring a simpler style in general. I'm finding that I have been really enjoying exploring not having to draw something insanely detailed and still not being happy with it at the end. I'm sure there's other people that might feel the same as me. With these new designs, I am just exploring a new style and a simpler way of things than what I've always done. If you've been around a while, you might have seen some of my work before, where I used to try to keep it very realistic, but still on a cartoony scale. I've always liked being able to draw and doing really detailed things. However, I do feel that the amount of time that I put into my work and still not feeling happy with it at the end, it's making me really frustrated, and I just wanted to take that out on a couple of different approaches. And I've tried staying away from my work, trying to take a break, and when I go back to it, I still don't feel very happy with it. However, recently I've been doing a lot of new sticker designs, doing really simple, cute, goofy stuff that I would never really have considered myself making even like a year or two ago. And that's mainly because I always felt like when I was learning how to draw and teaching myself all these new techniques that I had to be the best. I still want to be able to draw really cool, realistic, amazing things, and I'm sure that'll come in due time. However, I really am just enjoying this new style that I've started, and I just want to share it with you and my thoughts about my previous Etsy shop. If you've been around a while, or if you followed me maybe on my Instagram and my TikTok, you might have known that I started an Etsy shop there in January. I had just finished my very first convention, MegaCon. I know I didn't speak too much about it on this channel, but it was a turning point for me in terms of my art and what I want to do. I really have evaluated over the last couple of months what I want to do, and it's always been very confusing for me. I know I always wanted to pursue something in art. I know that there are so many different options. I went to college for animation. I found out I didn't like that. I tried my best to make a portfolio for a gaming studio, and I got an interview and everything, and I still got denied. And I questioned myself if that's what I wanted to do. And then I also always wanted to have my own business. I see all these people online, they're successful, they're doing great, and it always felt like I was stuck with too many options and too many different ideas. I think because of this, with so many different options available today and so much help out there, it's been so confusing for me to decide what I actually want to do. And at this point, I really am focused on starting a shop and running my own business, and hopefully, with the start of this month, I can get a really good foot forward and start that. It just feels like before all of this, I wanted to do everything all at once. I wanted to do graphic design, I wanted to do animation, I wanted to do comics, I wanted to do stickers. And it's always been a really hard issue for me to delegate and decide what I want to focus on. With that said, with the recent realization in the hiatus I took off of social media to focus on a few things in my personal life, I've decided that I really want to start focusing on one thing, and that is my shop and my business, to bring it forward and bring it into what I know it can be. With those thoughts out of the way, I do want to talk about why my last shop failed. And I know exactly what it was, and maybe there's a few things that I'm missing as well, but I just know that my full attention wasn't on it, and if I put more effort into this one, I know it'll be successful. So on to the mistakes I made with my first shop launch. The first thing that I did not do was not promoting it enough on all my platforms, but especially not on TikTok or YouTube. Sure, I linked it on my YouTube, but I never mentioned it again after it launched. The next thing that I did wrong, even though I went on that little bit of a tangent about why I had been away, and that reflection, was that I actually stopped posting for quite a while. It's been about 4 months since I posted properly on all of my social media. And after I'd stopped posting it, after I launched my shop, all my platforms have made it feel like I'm starting from scratch. Everything's very low views, in fairness. Everything feels like I'm trying to reach out to this audience I had started to build a few months ago and I abandoned. So that's my next tip. Don't stop posting. Even if you can post a little bit when you're having a low, even if you can promote it a little bit, it's going to help you with the algorithm, because all these social media algorithms are so hard on individuals. They want content 24/7, push through constantly. And that's one of the main things that's going to help when you open a launch, is to be consistent at the very least. I also feel like I didn't understand how to market my stuff on Etsy. For example, the book that I created that I have listed on my Etsy was a little book with D&D creatures. And I named it Strange Creatures of Forgotten Corners, and that's what I listed it on Etsy as. Who is going to search that on Etsy? No one. If someone's looking for something that's D&D related or Dungeons and Dragons related, they're not going to look for the title of my book that I created for a Inktober challenge. I should have instead researched more terms that would get me views when people looked up D&D terms. For example, because I had only put in the name of the book, I know I'm not getting views on Etsy. And it's only the videos that I put through on TikTok or YouTube or my Instagram where people have gone through and looked at it. And that means I only got 74 views since January. That's crazy. Suffice to say, even though I am really, really proud of this book that I made, I self-published it, I put my blood, sweat and tears getting that created in time so that I could have something to sell at my first convention. I will not be renewing it with my shop update, as I don't think there are enough people out there that want something like this. Now, I could be wrong and you can let me know in the comments below, but that's the vibe that I'm getting off. Even when I was at the convention, in my videos that I post, I noticed that they weren't selling very well. I had to really explain what it was before people picked it up. I could have done the cover in a better way, made it look a little bit more appealing instead of rushing it to get it done for my convention. But let me know your thoughts, and if maybe I'm wrong, maybe people want to have it out maybe with one of their sessions to take a look through, or if they're having an idea, or maybe if they just want to visualize, what something might look like. That'd be fantastic. I know there's loads of other D&D books that might do that already, but I thought having a little collective of a couple of things to choose from would be interesting and unique and different. Now on to my new shop launch. I decided I'm going to focus on smaller items first. This means I want to first create stickers and maybe a couple of acrylic charms just to build it up a little bit to see if there are people that are interested in my shop. Here in the video that you've been watching this whole time, you will see me working on these goofy little dog stickers that I had so much fun working on. Sometimes you just have to draw a really goofy, dramatic, stupid dog, am I right? Now the plan is I've decided to continue to design a few more dogs, a couple of goofy ones and a couple of ones that are more on the level of cute, but not necessarily goofy, kind of walking those two lines to see what people want. I know here I have a couple of different styles and I might not even get around to getting these ones printed off just because they're not following the vibe that I'm going for. I don't know, it would be a real shame to not be able to get those printed and have someone that want them, because I think they are really cute and stupid. I'm also thinking about how I want my branding to look in these next couple of weeks. With my last shop launch, I really didn't give any consideration to what I wanted my packaging to look like. I didn't give any consideration into, having a custom inlaid box, the stamps that I could get to customize it, what I wanted my logo to look like. It has just been a mess. And I want everything going forward to be as cohesive and pretty and nice and as nice looking as possible. To end the video, I'm going to ask which design that you like the most. I personally really love these goofy ones that I made, but I'm also in love with these really cute ones that I've designed. If you have any advice as well, I'd really appreciate it, just so I don't overlook anything. I'll check in with you all next week, but thanks for watching and hanging out with me for this little while. You all take care and I'll see you all next week. Bye!